Good morning, everybody. You know who I am? You know why I'm here? Well, today I'm basically just going to do a vehicles startup. Try and start all the vehicles. I know one of them won't start. That's probably going to be the 06 Buick, or the 03 Buick. This is my 06 Mercury Million Premier. It's got a 3-liter V6. It's got power windows and locks, tilt, cruise, newly installed touchscreen radio, automated headlights, power trunk, controls on the steering wheel. The only ones that don't work now are these three right here, because it has now a touchscreen instead of the factory radio. Cruise control and all that stuff on this side works, and on this side just the temperature gauge works. It's got heated seats. It has AC, but one of the lines needs to be changed. The line that the Freon goes into went on to the exhaust manifold, and it literally melted the line. The line being aluminum could not tolerate the heat from the exhaust manifold, so it blew a hole in it. So that has to be changed. Let's go ahead and give it a start. Here's the key. Let you give a listen. Exhaust is a little bit loud, but that's all right. I kind of like it, that sound. Door radio on. Turn that down a little bit. Traction control needs to be turned manually off because of the airbag light and the ABS light. Check engine light is due to a bad, it's not a bad O2 sensor, I think it's just a wrong one. So change the wrong O2 sensor. It says bank 1 sensor 2, which would be down below. Change that one with the correct one and it should solve the problem. So let this run for a minute or two. It's actually running pretty decently. But like I said, I'm not planning on keeping this car. I've had it this long because it's the only vehicle that I can actually drive, so. It's got 165,546 miles. It's my daily driver, so the instrument panel works very well. It's my daily driver, so I just make sure the fluids stay good in it. Go ahead and shut this off. Okay, and that's that one. Only took a minute. Now we'll go down to the truck and the Buick Century. It's got the automated headlights. They turn off after a couple of minutes. There you go, a couple of seconds. The Buick Century is the same way, but they take longer. It takes like a minute. So now we're gonna walk that way. Hi, how y'all doing? Take the slow walk. We'll get the keys out for the truck. The truck key. Sorry, kind of doing things two-handed. Kind of hard to walk and hold my iPhone while I'm recording, because I got to pay attention not only to my phone, but also got to pay attention to where I'm walking. So, okay, 03 Buick Century. We'll get to that in a minute. 2000 Chevy S10, ZR2 package, 4-wheel drive. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and unlock it. Nice. Slide up inside of here. I accidentally broke the dash bezel, which I plan on fixing it pretty soon. Go ahead and sit this in here. Give this a listen. locks, tilt, cruise, active 4-wheel drive, push button. They all do work. To put it in 4 low, you have to be out of gear. 2 high, you can be in gear. It's got a Bluetooth radio, power windows and locks, tilt, cruise, automatic headlights, dome override. It's a 5-speed. The check engine light is for a random cylinder misfire, which I still have not solved at all. ABS light is on, brake light is on. That's a sensor that's bad. It's got 170,258 miles. It just came up due for an oil change. I have not done that yet, but I do plan on changing it within the next week or 2. So, and it also needs new wiper blades. I like the blue wiper blades that came with it. I think I'll keep those with it. There you can see a little bit better version of the dash. I have black tape holding it on. It's broke right here. I'm just going to replace the entire thing. I'll probably take it off, a new one off from probably the junkyard. Probably spray paint it to match the color of the outside. I don't know yet. It's got the key for the airbag light for the passenger side to turn it on and off. Like I said, it's a 5-speed. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, and reverse. Okay, turn that light off. Like I said, I'm just starting these up, letting them run for a minute. I like how the truck sounds, but I really don't use the truck that much like I want to. So it pretty much just stays here at work until I actually get to use it. That off. And now for my pride and joy. This is my 2003 Buick Century Custom. I'll go in a little more detail on this one. Go ahead and unlock it. It's got automatic headlights. It's known as the Sentinel light, or Twilight, some people call it. Just got some air fresheners for it. I'll worry about putting those in later. Now, the reason why this vehicle is not being started, and I'll show you why. Put the key in, turn it over. That is why there is no gas in the car. And if I try and start it, okay, it's obvious it's not going to start. It has automatic headlights, excuse me, power steering, power brakes, tilt cruise, automatic, power windows and locks. I think I already said that. This has AC, and the AC is ice cold. It's got a touchscreen radio that I installed. I'm probably going to have to fix the radio, though, because it can do this. And I don't want it to do that. This part right here where the volume is going to have to be sanded down a little bit because I can't really reach the volume button that well. I have to use 2 fingers, and I only like using one. There. This vehicle, I actually bought off of the original owner's daughter. The original owner bought it new, gave it to her daughter, I believe when she graduated from high school. Actually, no, it was the grandmother, then the mother, then the daughter. I bought it off of the daughter, so it was basically in the family since new. I sold it to my manager at work because she needed a car. She drove it around for a little bit, then decided she wanted to try and get a newer car, so she sold it back to me. I sold it to another friend of mine, and he was working on the payments on it, and then he ended up getting arrested. I'll leave that story alone. It really doesn't need to be gone into. Anyways, I had actually had to pay to get it out of the impound lot, which was $550. So in all, I spent $2,300 basically buying the car. I bought the car 3 separate times. The third time I actually paid to get it out of the impound lot, so I basically paid to get the car out of the lot when it technically wasn't mine, but it was still in my name. And I decided I'm keeping this car. It needs an oil change. It'll probably need new plugs, which I actually have a set of plugs floating around somewhere. They're probably in the toolbox of the truck. The wires, it could probably need to be replaced. I don't really know. If I don't need to do it, I won't. It needs a driver's side front rotor. It's got brake pads. The brake pads are in the trunk. I believe I showed that in the last video of this car. And it may also need a caliper. But the reason why this car is sitting here and not being drove is because A, of the brakes and the caliper, or the rotor, I should say. And B, it does not have gas in it whatsoever. So that is one of the main reasons why I'm not driving it. A couple of the main reasons. But this car was good to me when I had it, and this car is going to be good for me when I get it back up and running. Other than the minor things that I said it needs, it really doesn't need anything else. It's already licensed. It's already tagged. I don't have insurance on this car, which is the reason why it is sitting here. I'm not going to insure the car until I get it fixed. And it's at an area of work where I don't have to worry about driving without having it insured, because I am fully covered here at work, so I can drive any car I want and be insured here at work. But until I get this car fixed, this is exactly where it's going to sit. It's going to take it little by little. I'm going to try and get the rotor first, maybe the caliper if it needs it. If it doesn't need it, then I'm not going to worry about it. Brake pads are going to go on, and then I'm going to make sure the car runs and drives before I even insure it. So this is pretty much going to be its home for right now. And oh, and it also needs wiper blades too. So, and I have a feeling that the injectors may need to be cleaned out, because I do smell a little bit of gas once in a great while here when I walk past it after I try starting it. So it's probably going to need fuel injector cleaner, which is not a big deal. So there you have it. My 3 cars. Somebody asked me last time on, you know, they shot me a private message on my Facebook and asked me to show my cars. So there you go. It is a 2000 Chevy S10, a 2003 Buick Century Custom, and a 2006 Mercury Million Premier with a V6. Every single vehicle I have now has V6s. Like I said, the Mercury Million I don't plan to keep. I plan on getting rid of that. I may take the radio out and put it back in the Buick, or put it in the Buick, or maybe even put it in the truck. I don't know. But one of the cars is going away, and I have a feeling it's going to be the Mercury. So that's it. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. And until next time, I will talk to you all later. Good night and goodbye.